Good morning. Today is Saturday, and of course, you know that's the day where we get a lot of our work done. And I did make a list. Grace and Lydia are playing night-night on the kitchen floor. Right, there's Pig.
There you go.
Night-night, Grace. I don't think she's going to be there long. Let's see, how long is she going to stay there? Oh, there she goes. You're only so long you can play night-night on the kitchen floor. Here's my list for today. There are 19 items on the list, and you can see we already got rid of the canna lilies. We had a whole bunch of extras in our basement, so we gave those away to someone who can use them. This one here, do a giveaway for the compost bucket, and that's the bucket we got yesterday at the garage sale, and we're going to give that away. And we need to fertilize the fruit trees, and we're going to do that with the fertilizer that we got yesterday at the garage sale. Let's see, what else is there on the... Oh, yeah, hang maps for the tax ceremony. We're going to try that again. We failed last week to get that done. I really want to get that one done. And I'm going to do a little outside work now. So Lydia and Grace are outside. And Lydia's holding her bundle of pig in a blanket. We took apart some mattresses a few days ago, and I'm going to cut up the boards and make them the right size to put in our grill. I'm all done cutting the boards, and there's a whole bunch of firewood so we can cook some hamburgers and hot dogs and whatever else we want to grill.
We got some school books because 'tis the season to start ordering school books in the mail.
Well, we will add, we have sold more than we bought this year.
So this is for Lydia because she's almost finished all of A, B, and C. She's just got a few pages in C, so she's getting book 1. And then this is John's book, which he was very eager about getting.
That will be exciting for him. Statistics.
The Life of Fred, and he loves Fred, so...
And he loves statistics. Oh, you won't be able to keep him away from that one.
I didn't get book
no, not yet, John. Here. Let's get a few more checks on the list done, then we'll read it.
I got 2 done.
I know you're doing a good job today, but keep going.
First 2 of everyone.
Yeah.
Alright, and then for Charity and Mommy, I got this one. This is the 4-year high school planner. And since Charity is technically going into 9th grade, I thought this may be of help. I'm not sure. It was kind of one of those, I don't want to say it's a splurge item, but I'm clueless to the whole homeschooling in high school, so I'm going to have to do a lot of research and all that. And then for moi, I bought this, the well-planned day for this is for homeschoolers.
Janelle was wondering if she should pay $24 for the well-planned day, and I said if it actually helps, it's probably worth thousands of dollars. So I said go ahead and get it. Janelle is always very reluctant to buy anything, so I sometimes have to say just get it. John got 2 checks so far, pick upstairs the 3rd floor and pick up boys' room. Peter helped with that one too. And then I am getting a check for cut mattress boards. And Lydia and Peter are helping to hang up the laundry. Janelle just planted 2 of her tomatoes right there, and we think those are the good ones that we spent a lot of money on. So we'll see how those work. If you remember from a few weeks ago, most of our good tomatoes got eaten by a chipmunk, but we still have a few that made it, and those are going to get special attention. And then we have a whole bunch of other tomatoes too, so we'll just see how we do this year. And John just finished picking up the landing. Pick up landing. And another check for clean upstairs bathroom. He is working hard today. I came inside and I caught John reading his statistics book, so I'm probably going to have to keep it under lock and key for a few more minutes until we get a little more work done.
I finished 4 checks.
Oh, you did? Okay, good job. So just, let's see. I'm just going to have you do a little more work outside, and then you can have your Fred book. How many kids do you know that you can use a book on statistics as an incentive to get work done? This little 3-pronged tool quickly devastated the weeds that were in here. And now the weeds are just laying out in the sun. They're going to die, and they're going to turn into compost for the garden. We also have to use our 3-pronger on this one too. And Mary is walking around the yard with her swim floaties on, and she's pulling a sled with her blanket in it. John is working on his tomato plant with some help from Mommy. Or maybe I should say guidance.
Yeah, make sure the paper color, the dirt, is up a little bit above the paper color. We really don't want those cutworms. Yep.
So the dirt is a little below it?
Right. And then once it gets healthy enough, the cutworm can't touch it.
What are you planting?
I'm going to plant a tomato. It's right there. And then I'm gonna plant 2 peppers right here and here. And then a winter squash, which will have go out this way. 4 cucumbers over here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna see if I can get some watermelon seeds to grow, and then put them in the back over there.
Oh, okay. Peter is helping Mommy plant the tomatoes over here. And John is working on his trellis. John's working on tying up his trellis, and look at this. He got the tomato cage over his tomato. John is working on tying the twine on the trellis, and then this twine, he's kind of zigzagging it down the trellis, and that's going to give the cucumber something to climb up. There it is. The cucumbers are ready to climb up. Well, I think they have to be planted first, though.
I'm gonna make trellises for cucumbers. Checker mungo.
Okay, good job. John finished his work, and now he's checking his chess tournament.
If anybody wants to play against me on chess, you can just go to instantchess.com, and then my account's name is Ornithology Boy. And the signing up is free for the first 500 games. So, if anybody wants to play against me, ooh!
John just started his tournament game. There's John's username. If you want to play him, you can look that up. John won his game, and now he's the head of the tournament.
Yeah, right
I don't know if he'll stay there, but that's where he is right now.
I'm in a 13-player tournament. I am right here. My guy's
nice,
right there. The red dots mean losses. Green dots mean wins.
We just set up our little greenhouse that we bought yesterday at the garage sale, and we're going to put our leftover plants in there. And Mary's putting her lettuce in there. And over here, the go-kart broke, and the kids lost a little piece. Yeah, there's another little piece that goes on it. So, yeah, Lydia got a magnet to find it, and then Peter got his little metal detector. Peter got his metal detector to see if he could find it. I went to the shop and I got my magnetic dent removal system for instruments. It has a really strong magnet in it, and Peter is looking for it right now. He found a nail. Janelle is fertilizing a fruit tree, and she just used up a bag of fertilizer.
Hold on. Actually, I think one of you guys gave that to us last year.
Okay.
For our lemon tree experiment that didn't work. Remember those? We did the lemon tree cuttings.
Yes.
Or orange tree.
Right.
And then we tried to root them, but it didn't work.
It didn't root, but that's okay.
This is for fruit and citrus, so I went ahead and I did it last year and I did it again this year. Put it around the base of all of the fruit trees, and well, this year we've got a lot of fruit, so maybe it worked last year.
What you doing, Lillian?
Mommy, ready?
Are you just sitting in the boppy? How do you enjoy cleaning up?
We just worked really hard getting all our checks outside, and we're done with those, except for the train for the race. We finished all of our outdoor checks, and now we're inside trying to get those things done. Someone just called us and said that they want the fabric, so I'm going to consider that done. So deal with fabric, check. We're at the track again, and today we're doing sprints. We're going to do, I don't know, probably 8 or 10 100-meter dashes, and then walk back, and then do another one. It's always good to do both. When you're practicing for a race, it's good to do endurance and the sprints too.
I beat him! I beat her! I beat her. Come on, girls! Come on!
Keep going till you cross the line.
Right here!
Right there, okay? No, keep going, stop. Good job. Well, I did either 8 or 9 100-meter dashes. We're not sure because some people say 8, some people say 9. So we're kind of tired out. But this little girl here, Mary, wants to go running with me. So I'm going to run a nice slow 100 meters with Mary. Okay, Mary, ready?
No, Pete,
on your mark, get set, go.
Stop!
There you go. Oh no, her pants are falling down. You're losing your skirt, Mary. Okay, just hold it. About a minute later, we're almost there. Can't we do it? Yay, we did it. We crossed the finish line. Good job.
Can you walk back?
Yeah, we'll walk back now. You know how when someone donates a ton of money, like a company donates a ton of money to a stadium and then they name it after themselves? Look at that, Art Stadium. I must have donated a lot of money to them. Maybe it's all my tax dollars I paid. You think that's what it is?
No. Where's the art stadium?
Right there, Art Stadium. Yeah, ART right there. No, I'm joking. It really says Spartans.
Actually, it says Spartan.
Well, I'm sorry, Spartan Pride. Okay, everybody, let's go.
Can we go to the gym?
Yeah, we'll go to the jungle gym.
Oh, yeah, it pays off.
We left Janelle home with Lillian. Look at this, I guess she missed us so much she had to come see us. The kids certainly do love their mommy. Mommy is here. Did you miss us so that much?
All she did was cry.
Oh, she probably missed us too. Look at this, Mommy made a little snail trail. Look at that little trail the whole way. Oh yeah, you're going to get in trouble. They're going to track you down and chase you home and get you in trouble.
That's right. And then they're going to see all these footprints here by me.
No wonder why there's a family of 9 here.
Well, let's not confuse them. I'll drive my tire down the other tire mark.
Oh, a 5-wheeled vehicle.
Okay, go back there and see how it looks. Does it look like
Not yet. Not yet. I think you're messing it up.
Oh, there. Yeah, it looks like a 5-wheeled vehicle now. You do? Okay. The kids really like their jungle gym, they call it. Uh-oh. We have an upside down girl.
Daddy, I need to go potty.
Of course you do.
Mom, you know what that's for?
this was my speed?
Yeah, Mommy looks so graceful on that thing.
To think that I used to go to Curves 3-4 times a week.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Janelle used to go to Curves, but then they closed it.
Oh, it was all, I loved going.
Janelle doesn't weigh enough, so she needs a little girl on her lap.
Oops, she says she's all done.
Janelle has to walk home because we just took the little van and somebody wants to go with Mommy. We dropped off the car and then we started walking to catch Mommy, and there she is. Now we're going to walk home the rest of the way with her. Hello.
Hello.
Did you miss us?
Sure.
Here's our list. We only have a few things left. Train for a race. Well, we obviously did that. You saw us do that one. Look for produce scale. Janelle is doing that. We're looking for an old scale.
There's one.
Where?
Brass hanging fish scale. Goes up to 25 pounds.
That might work.
This is what I like right here.
Yeah, those are cool. Only $47.
Let's buy it now, but look at the shipping.
How much is shipping?
$38 for shipping.
Where is it? Can we go get it?
California. California.
Oh no, not going to California.
What we're looking for is a scale to, I think we're thinking we're going to hang it in the barn. So when our produce comes out, we can weigh it and then take it into the house. And in my garden journal that I've been attempting to keep this year, we can document how many pounds of produce we're pulling in. And then at the end of the season, we can run the numbers and see, you know, was it really worth it and all that. Now, the one thing I'm not keeping track of is how much time I spend or any of us spend in the garden. I'm not keeping that. But financially wise, I am trying to keep track of that. And we'll see what we get out of it. So far, I think it's looking pretty good. I think the peaches are going to run away with the weight this year.
Right, you may need to buy like a several $100-pound scale to keep up with the peaches. Another thing about the time, when you're out in the garden with the kids helping you, that is very valuable. And yes, it takes time. It takes a lot of time, but you're training children while you do it. And the kids are, for the most part, having fun usually. And if they're not having fun, then you're teaching them about hard work too. So either way, it's a good thing for the children. This scale that we're looking for, we can get a new one on Amazon for about $50. But I know I'm kind of old-fashioned, and I would like a vintage scale because they look so cool, especially hanging in a barn. So, well, maybe we'll find one. And it's looking like if we want one, it's going to be about $100 for an old vintage one, and about $50 for a new one. So we have to decide, is it worth it to get the old one? Is it worth $50? We didn't buy anything, but I was just wanting to do a little research on that. So I'm going to give us a check for that one. I just replaced the fire alarm, so I get a check for that too. Now Janelle is working on the compost bucket giveaway. Look at that, 17 out of 19 done so far. And Janelle is working on the giveaway for the compost bucket. And I am going to hang the maps for the tax ceremony. We probably won't do the tax ceremony tonight, but I'm going to hang the maps at least. And we're going to hang the maps in our future studio, so I'm going to have to take those 2 pictures down, and those are going to go somewhere else in the house. I'm hanging the maps, and it's a little harder than I thought it was going to be because those maps are big, and they're bigger than the wall, so I'll have to figure out something. I also promised the people from the UK that they would get their own map if we got one more thing from them, which we did. So here's your map. One little problem though. It is from 1958, so it's pretty old. And not that old is necessarily bad, but I know that UK has changed their names many times, and it's hard to keep track. One of you guys from Ireland told me that when we were ready to do the tax ceremony, you would write up something about the names for the UK and let me straighten me out on that, because I feel profoundly ignorant, and usually I'm pretty good at geography and things like that, but even I have a problem keeping up with it. So hopefully you guys can straighten me out and I can call it the right thing. I know that you guys can tend to fight over stuff like that, so please let's keep it civil. And I hope you know I'm just joking when I say that. Before I hang it, I have to do a little repair on it because it got a little ripped.
We are giving away this beautiful compost pin to, actually it's compost pail, to one of you guys in the US 48 states. And if you want to go ahead and enter to win this, you can do so by following the link in the description below. Today was a crazy day.
Yes,
we
it
did
was.
get a lot of gardening done, and I'm really, really happy that the tomatoes got in. And you know what I thought was the strangest thing, Art?
What?
After all the drama with the tomatoes, I still have leftovers.
Yes, we do.
How did that happen? I think part of it is this year I've been using that book that I've showed you guys before. I can't think of the title at the moment, but I've been using that book as my guide for spacing and gardening and things like that. And this time, instead of only putting the plants 12 inches apart, the recommended spacing was 24 to 36. Now 36 inches, I don't have enough room to do that, but I did 24. And that led to 24, 25, 26 tomato plants. Not nearly as many as other years, but maybe I'll keep the disease away.
That would be good.
That would be a good thing. And John got his garden planted. What else did we do?
We did a lot of stuff.
We did a lot of stuff. But we're going to call it a night. It's late, as usual. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you in our next video.
Good night. I'm sorry we can't open it up to the entire world, but it's just too expensive to ship it. But we're hoping to find something small, and then we'll do that for just the international viewers and give you guys a chance.
Maybe give them something, a taste of New York.
Maybe something. We'll see. But we'll come up with something. We saw that compost bucket at the garage sale, and we said we need to get that because on our channel it's about a lot of different things, but one of the things is simple living, and I just like having a compost pile. I know that seems really weird, but I do, because you take stuff that would normally go in the trash and stink up your house, and instead you put it in the compost, which is good for your garden, or if nothing else, you can just let it rot and it doesn't hurt anything out there, but it keeps it out of the landfill. And I just don't like wasting anything, and so I just like the idea of a compost bucket. So I'm encouraging all you people out there who do not compost to start composting, and so we're encouraging you to do that by giving away this bucket.
We're all about building up our gardens naturally and using as few chemicals as possible, and that's one of the beauties of composting. You're taking just scraps, vegetable scraps, putting them in the garden or in the compost pile and letting them rot. There's so many informative videos on YouTube where you guys can watch how simple it is. It's not a big deal. As long as you have a little plot or a spot out of the way, just dump all your kitchen scraps. Now don't put meat or dairy or things like that in there, but just your vegetable scraps and things like that, leaves. Grass clippings are really good. Grass clippings are really good. Add a little bit of water. You guys saw that we added some bone meal last time because we needed an activator. Water it, and let it work. It's an amazing process, and there's nothing better than going to your compost pile after however long it's been and picking up a handful of dirt and seeing worms in it and saying, wow, this was my trash. And we turn it into something that can be usable in the garden to grow big, healthy plants. And, you know, not that we want to sound freaky about it, but it really is a unique process, and you're not dependent on chemicals to do it and to keep your garden growing. So give it a try. If you haven't tried it, you cannot fail.
And if you don't win the bucket, well, just get your own bucket. Right. We actually have a bucket that we use to feed the chickens. Whenever we have anything that's not good enough for us to eat, but good enough for the chickens, we'll just throw it in the bucket. It's just a little plastic, what was it, like a ricotta cheese container.
Yeah, 5 pounds of ricotta cheese.
Yeah, we'll just throw it in the bucket, and then the next time we go out to outside, someone will take it out and feed the chickens. And the kids always, they always vie for who gets to feed the chickens, because they always love doing that. The order that things get gotten rid of in our family is first the chickens, then the compost, then the recycle bin, if it's recyclable, and then last of all, the trash. So not much stuff around this house actually makes it to the trash can. Right. And, oh, I should add one more thing in there. Reuse, if we can, if we can reuse it. So not much stuff makes it into the trash. And we should do a video on our trash sometime. Just maybe do a post-mortem on a week's trash. I think you'd be shocked at how tiny bit of trash a family of 9 can go through. It's usually, if we're not like cleaning up the house and doing major cleaning, it's usually about 1 small grocery bag a week. Maybe 2.
Well, it depends.
But usually about 1.
It depends on babies, because
depends if we're using disposable diapers or not. Usually we use cloth, but when they're little, and it's just so hard when they're really little. But when they start to get, we start putting them in cloth maybe around
9 months.
8 or 9 months.
Yeah.
And then after that, our trash goes down from practically nothing down to like less than practically nothing. Yeah. Do the giveaway for the compost bucket. Check number 18 out of 19. With just 1 left, hang up the mats for the tax ceremony. Look at this. This is a sense of accomplishment. 19 out of 19 checks for the day. That feels good to finally get all our checks done, because the last several times I've made lists, I haven't even come close to getting all the checks done.